We're gonna have so much fun doing this the second time. We're so phony. It's fun. Yes. What?
Fake it till you make it.
That's what we're doing. We're faking it. Okay, you got us. I'm posting Okay. Woo. Woo. Are we ready?
Imagine
I'm literally posting this. Like, this is in the video. So you guys better start.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey girls, it's time to spill the tea.
For those who don't know me, my name is Mimi.
Hola, Mimi.
And for those who don't know me, my name is Michaela.
And for those that don't know me, my name is Janice Bird. Some people call me Pastor Janice. And it's time to spill the tea. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And we just have a few questions we thought we'd share coming from 3 different levels of age and growth and understanding, and just kind of have some fun. We've been having fun already. The first question is, do you consider yourself an open person?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. It just depends on who I'm with, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Somebody you can trust.
exactly. If I can't trust you, you know, like, or I can't trust you yet, and I'm still trying to like feel you out, you know, I'm like a little
Thank
more
you.
like to myself. Like I'm a very social person, which social it doesn't always mean open, you know.
True.
So
Oh.
yeah, so
That's a good point.
Yeah, so I'll talk to you, you know, I'll laugh with you, I'll joke around with you, you know. But it may take like weeks into maybe even like months to actually like see if I actually like can be myself around you.
Right.
you know?
You get a few stones thrown, you know, you're kind of cautious. How about you, Mimi? Are you an open person?
Too open sometimes.
Ah, yeah, we could talk about that, huh?
Yeah, so
But
I am.
you wouldn't change it though, even though it causes you pain sometimes. Would you want to be a closed person, or do you think it's more beneficial to be open to people so that you can love on them more?
I just feel like it's part of my personality, being open.
I like it. I like your personality.
Thank you.
It's cute.
So, no matter what I do,
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm myself, I'm a happier person. So yeah, being open is just part of it.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, we were just. Oh, Michaela, this has no tomato.
I'm
No, honey, the tomatoes over here.
Oh. Oh, thank you. All right. Well, I think I am an open person. Yes, I am an open person, but I also, you know, just like I agree with what you said, Michaela. I think, you know, you want to be open to include people. You want to be open to help people. You want to be open to love on people, and open to share whatever part of your life that might be beneficial for others. I mean, if you've learned something through going through something, you go, oh, now I did that and it cost me a lot, or I did this and it really helped me, you know. So being open like that's
I love
important.
that. I do love that.
Amen. And me too. So, do you find it hard to own up to your own mistakes? Can we just get an overwhelming yes? Yeah, sure, it's hard.
Especially with my husband.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard.
You made me this
Yeah,
way.
you made me do it.
Yeah.
That sounds like Flip Wilson. The devil made me do it. How about you?
Yeah, I mean it's like a different world with like sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I like usually I have positions where if I don't do what happens, usually points are scored or something like that, you know. And so I've like
Some
had
mistakes in the game.
exactly. So
My fault.
yeah.
That's big stuff.
So I've had to work on that, but also like outside of sports, it's just hard in general. Just because it's like I'm not, like I said before, I'm not really open with everyone, and so for some people to like know the very few things about me that I make a lot of mistakes, you know, it's definitely like uncomfortable and nerve-wracking, you know?
Yeah, it is. I think that we're always wanting to put our best foot forward, you know, so people believe the best. We want people to believe the best, to think the best, but you really can't get inside anybody else's head, and you can't make them believe anything. They're going to believe what they're going to believe. So, you know, you just have to live your best self, and I think that when we can, it's like I always think about when in the Bible, when Samuel the prophet came up to David and he pointed the finger at him after telling him about this terrible man and what he did, and it made David so mad. He said, "Who is that man? Bring that man to me so he can be punished." And the prophet pointed his finger at him and said, "You are the man." And you know what he did? I mean, I think most of us would go, "Oh yeah, but you don't understand why he did that. You need to understand that it was, you know, but, you know, but he didn't. He didn't do that." That reminds me of a cartoon. The Rascally Rabbit. Anyway, moving right along. He didn't have a but to it. He fell on his knees and repented. And really, that is a godly quality, and not having to constantly justify yourself. Because right away, the first thing that comes up in me is, right? Right. So, Lord, forgive us. We're working on that part. So, is social media a trigger on causing you to compare yourself? Or, I mean, tell me the pros and cons of social media. Have you found it positive? Have you found it negative? Or have you found it both?
I feel like social media is both. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things, like you find Pastor Janice's
Hey,
social media.
I'm talking about that.
You
That's
know,
good.
And I look there and I go on there and I find like encouragement, or you know, sometimes I'm just like, God, just talk to me.
Yeah.
And I use people or whatever, and I look
Right.
so I can hear something that I want to hear, or something that I don't want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, social media can be very hurtful in a certain way. For example, I'm a mom. Sometimes I don't like to compare myself, but I'm like,
You want information to grow, though.
yeah, but sometimes I'm just like, well, this mom looks more put together.
Oh, well,
this
comparison, yeah.
This mom looks like.
Yeah, but you don't
she
understand. They
hasn't-
pushed all that stuff out of the camera before they took the picture
Yeah, but
or the film. You
But
can't
I'm
trust
like,
social media.
you can and you can't, because there's a lot of people who are very open. Like when I was trying to do social media, I was open, but then I had people who were attacking me for being too open. Like, well, Kelsey's face shouldn't be there. Well, you shouldn't let Kelsey listen to that music. And at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is.
You've got to make those calls for your life. So social media can be good, and it can be negative. It's really in what we make it. It's what we. And I think something that you said was the key. It's like when you're going through something, you pray. And honestly, I think that's what we're supposed to do about everything. We're going through something and we don't know how to ask, what we should do, what's the best thing. I mean, maybe we're drawn to something that we know that we shouldn't do, that it's not good, but we like it. You know, it's like, Lord, I know this is not. I need your help in making a right choice. I need your help not to compare myself. I need to feel good about myself. You know, we compare ourselves because we don't realize really who we are. Yeah. So, do you have anything? What do you think about social media?
I think it's like there's pros and cons. to
I
it,
do
you
too.
know? A lot of my family, they live in like Las Vegas or like LA or something like that, you know? And so social media because for a while, or still right now, I don't have a phone, but I still have access. But I still have access.
Why don't
to
you have a
social
phone?
Yeah. We don't want to go into it right now.
But I still have access to social media, and that's one way that I can connect with my family. You know?
Right. And see pictures, see what they're
Exactly.
doing. That's the best part.
Yeah.
You have to leave the negative.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be the filter for yourself. You have to be your own guide.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But then I have also really good friends that do crazy things. Like some of my friends are in New York right now. My friend just got back from an Alaskan cruise, you know?
Yeah, and their
And-
lives look so exciting.
Exactly. And so
And what am
there's-
I doing? Nothing.
Yeah, and so there's definitely jealousy in it, you know? But I think one way
Drinking tea.
one way we should think positive about it is just celebrating with them and for them,
That's
you know?
good.
That's very well said.
Yes, it is. That's very good. Exactly. Because that's exactly what happens. It has good and bad, and it really wants to tempt you to jump into negative conversations, I mean, people start voicing their opinions. I think Facebook should be used for encouragement and support and sharing pictures, not in correcting people. And because you start correcting people and trying to straighten everybody out and make everybody think like you think, then you're in for trouble. Just love people and let God do the correcting. That's what I say. So let's talk about depression. Oh, that's a big one. And I think that more people are dealing with depression right now than ever before. Ever before. Young,
Have you ever been depressed?
young to old. Yes, I have. I sure have. I have dealt with depression. I've been through, yes, I have. I went through depression when my mom died. She was the first of my family first big loss. I mean, my grandmother died and I loved her, but you know, she's your grandma and you know she's old and you know she's going to die.
You're almost prepared.
Right, you're almost prepared for it. But with my mom, she was only 63, which I thought was really old at the time, and it seems young to me now. But yeah, no, it really messed with me. It threw me into early menopause, and I was so I felt like a little girl, lost and alone in the world, and it caused me to really do some inner perspective. I found myself at the point that it was even hard to pray. It was hard to talk. I couldn't read the word. I knew it was good. It's just I couldn't find it in me to do, and all I could do was just say, oh, help me, God, help me get out of this. How do I overcome this? And it is, but God is so faithful, and that's the thing is when we cry out, and like we were talking earlier, when you were going through all the things that you went through and feeling your personal worth, as you said, oh God, help me, your will, whatever your will is, that's what I want in my life. You work this out. If I'm wrong, you show me. You know, when you get that attitude, you just open yourself up for God to do great things in your life. But as long as you keep walls up, and this is the way I do it, and this is how I feel, you stay locked in your own prison.
Can I add on to that? So what she's talking about is before we were just conversating. Is that
Conversing? Yeah.
Conversing.
Uh-huh.
So about.
¿Tú hablas español?
Yo hablo español.
Sí.
So there was a moment in my
Español es I'm practicing my Spanish. Español es tu primera
lengua.
Sí. ¿Cómo es?
Lengua.
Sí, lengua. Sí, lengua.
So.
Qué bueno.
It is
Yeah.
nice. There was a moment in my life not too long ago where it was a very crucial in my relationship. I separated, and what Pastor Janice was trying to say was that I seeked out to her, and we knew each other, but not very much.
I knew who you were.
Yeah, and I asked her, and I said, God, you give me a sign of what I should do, and I pretty much asked for this sign from her, but she didn't know, and she told me, yeah, it hurt. I did what I had to do, and honestly, when you trust God so much, you see change. I saw change.
You do.
Even though it was breaking my heart and everything.
But he works. When you ask him to help you, he helps you. When you ask him, he helps you. It's like you don't even know that when you ask, it's like, oh God, help me, and then you just keep plotting. But as you look back, you go, wow, he helped me.
Yeah,
he helped me. Yeah, that's good. Depression. I know there's a lot of young people are depressed. I mean, 16 is so young. You would think you've got or 15, you've got your whole life ahead of you. But you can become depressed too, because it's like, okay, what are you going to be when you grow up? Be sure and don't have sex before you get married, because that's really going to mess you up. And don't do this and don't do that and don't do the other thing and do this and don't do that. It's like, can't a girl just have fun? Yeah, you know, honestly, being young is the best. It is, and it's very tender times too. But even young people get depressed. Homes can be messed up, and relationship issues. So have you ever fought with depression?
A little bit.
Little bit.
So I got pretty much bullied in 8th grade, and it was just getting really bad, and to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm done, and I left the school, and I got homeschooled. Turns out the chick left a week after me, which was like kind of no, that was really annoying, but I was like, whatever, you know? And so I was just kind of like living my life, but I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
And so I was by myself most of the time. Well, I mean, it was COVID. And then after everyone went back into school, I had like Zoom calls in the mornings, and I'd wake up barely on time for them, fall back asleep and then wake up when it's gone, you know. And I was just always in bed, always taking
Just
naps.
sad.
Exactly. Well, I just had no communication with anyone.
Mhm.
The only place I went was church and then youth group, you know. And so I didn't really have like communication, like or like a social life. And I run off of like.
You
being
run that
social.
way.
Yeah, exactly.
You do.
Being with people gives me battery, you know.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't really getting that. And so I definitely like felt super like down and stuff. But as soon as I like, even though like I don't love the school I go to, you know, at least like when I went there, like I felt better.
Yeah.
You know? Like I made more friends, you know, and I like was able to pick myself back up.
Yeah. Going to school is like real life. It's like life in a nutshell. It's and trying to learn how to be accepted and where you fit in and what your giftings are. And yeah, it's quite a. You can go through a lot of depression just trying to figure out high school, right?
Yeah.
So, have you ever been in a bad relationship? Girlfriends? I mean, friends relationships, romantic relationships.
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
plenty of, like bad friendships.
And what did you do? What made you come to your senses and get rid of the bad friendships?
Well, to be honest, I mean, that person went to prison.
There you go.
Well, that helps.
It kind of helped move that
Yeah.
person right out. That was
Yeah.
bad enough. They needed to be.
He was my boyfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, he was my boyfriend.
well, that was
Um,
toxic.
It was very toxic, but it wasn't toxic. Look at me talk.
Aw.
No. It was a relationship that I had. We were kids. Both of us were kids. He made bad choices. But in the end, you know, he ended up going to prison. So, you know, God just removed him from my life.
Yeah.
And I wish nothing but the best.
Right.
But,
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
If I'm being completely honest, that's what God it removed.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom says that she would pray. And
Oh,
she would
yeah.
pray. She would pray. She was like, heal Mimi's heart. Like, if this person is not for her, please do something. And
Relationships are so key. Who we get ourselves involved with, you know. The wrong relationship just can make you feel like an old woman. It can make you feel bad about yourself. You know, it can make you feel insecure. I mean, you can be in a
Like,
relationship.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Like, everybody tells you you're beautiful, right?
Yeah, I hear that.
But to me,
You too, right?
to me, if I'm wearing this new dress and everything, and I'm just like, you can tell me, Mimi, you look so pretty, thank you. Mimi, you look so pretty, thank you. But if I come home and Daniel doesn't say,
Mimi,
hey, babe,
you look so pretty.
yeah,
It doesn't
Mimi, you
count.
look so,
It doesn't matter.
I don't
Right,
believe
right.
it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. You know, so relationships, I feel,
Uh-huh.
are very important. Like the person that you end up being with or your current boyfriend, you know, you want that strong relationship. You should seek for that because when you end up with someone, you want that. You want that nice, you know, like
Connection.
yeah, that connection, that
it is-
love, because
mhm.
it's still gonna be there. You have to feed it.
Yeah, you want that connection, that love. And so many times we go around relationship backwards, you know. We feel that we get a physical attraction and we're attracted to them and we jump into that relationship and that physical attraction. And I know that in high school, that's the way it was for me, you know. There was a guy, he was attracted to me, he chased me. That's like flattering, you know. It's like they're chasing you. Oh my gosh, they're chasing me. It's like, okay, so you kind of flirt with that, you know, you like being in the center of attention.
Yes.
But he wasn't going where I was going. He didn't want to do with his life what I wanted to do with my life. And even though I got into a relationship with him, it didn't. No, it didn't. And but the thing is my heart was attached to him though, because when you give yourself to somebody, when you do that, and that's why sex is supposed to be in marriage. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but once you're sexually active, you have given yourself to them in such a way. It's not, sex is not just a physical act. Sex is a spiritual act. It is more than just a you touch my body, I touch yours. It's an emotional thing, it's a spiritual thing, and it affects our lives.
It will affect your life.
It affects our lives in every way. And so you can fall in love with the wrong thing. you can fall in love with the wrong. That wasn't my purpose. It's not that there was anything wrong with him. I mean, at the time I didn't want that lifestyle. It was a party life. I knew I didn't want that. But I mean, he's turned out to be a good man. He's made it. He's overcome. I'm not saying that he wasn't a good man, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't my life. But you can fall in love with the wrong thing. You can give yourself to the wrong thing. And so bad relationships, that's kind of relative. A relationship, you need to build a friendship first. Make sure you both want the same thing out of life. It takes communication. And then when you finally come together and you've held off with the sex, it's like, touch me, touch me, touch me. It's like, look, I really want to touch you, but we're going to do it right, because I know when we do that, then we cross this other line of developing a whole nother set of problems. We don't even know what tomorrow's going to come. How am I going to feel about you later? I know one thing, I might feel I'm in a wrong relationship, but my heart is still attached with you because I've given myself to you.
Well, not only or that guilt, like if you end up not being with that person,
right?
It's like, God,
I need to be with them. I already had sex with them. I got to be with them. I remember having that conversation with the Lord, and the Lord brought to mind the woman at the well, and she'd had 5 husbands, and she was living with the guy that she was with now and not even married to him. And Jesus looked at her and said, go your way and sin no more. I don't condemn you. Neither does the Lord. And she became the first evangelist.
I love
in
that.
Yes, she did. And then not only that, but how about Rahab? She was the harlot that believed God and believed the message that she heard, and she ended up being in the lineage of Jesus. So all the mistakes, when we get involved in relationships too quick, when we give ourselves away too quick, when we don't follow the guidelines that God set in His Word, we set ourselves up for heartache. That the Lord is trying to protect us. He wants to save us spirit, soul, and body. And you can't separate your sexual life, your relationships, your thinking, and your spiritual life. It's all tied together, spirit, soul, and body. And so everything we do affects us. So one more question. Should we do one more?
I think so.
All right. So how did you... If you wanted to look in and tell somebody that is possibly watching, that is your age, going through some of the things that you're going through, just in a nutshell, what would be your words of encouragement to somebody else? What has helped you? What is your strong place? What is your place that when I don't know where to run, when I don't know where to call, this is where I go. This is what's helped me through. Give everybody a word of encouragement before we go.
In my 28 years of life, every single time I find myself in a problem or depressed or sad, or even like that I don't know where I should go or what I should do. Mm-hmm. First, I'm going to be completely honest. Call your mom.
Call your mom.
Second,
call your mom.
God. But God should be first. But I'm just saying, in honesty, I always call my mom. But what always makes me feel better is actually leaving my problems at His feet. Mis problemas son tuyos, and you know my heart.
Sí.
Tú sabes mi corazón, tú sabes
Yes.
mis necesidades.
That's
you
right.
You know what I need.
Yes.
So please tell me what I should do.
He knows our hearts. He knows our complications and that's right. He knows us all.
It took me a while, because
Yeah.
I'm 28.
That's pretty young
But-
still. You're good.
I know, but I'm like, all the things that I could have done with
You can't spend your life woulda, shoulda, coulda. We just learn right now and grow.
But
yeah.
Busquen a Dios, búscalo,
Amen.
y Él va, he will.
Yes, He will. How about you? What's your safe place? What word of encouragement?
Be careful about who you let influence you. And I say that as in, like, even if you're around, like, bad people, and you know they're bad people, but they're your friends, and you don't think, like, they're putting a toll on you, they are. Whether that's, like, because you're stressing because you don't have enough time because you're always hanging out with them, or because you find yourself demeaning yourself in your bathroom mirror,
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where, like, my advice is just stop letting people that don't even know you influence you.
Listen to your sixth sense.
Yeah, well, that too, yeah, and your mom, because you know your mom.
Yeah. Yeah, listening to your mom. I don't know, you know, as you become a teenager, we grow apart from our mom.
Yeah.
Because because that's a natural thing, because we're getting ready to build our own nest. We're getting ready to have our own house, and we're going to be the queen of our domain. And mama's not going to be the queen of our domain. And so there's a natural separation that comes. And when women can learn when a mama and a daughter can walk with each other through that, that is powerful.
Ooh, mama, we're powerful.
Yes, you are. You are powerful. That's a powerful thing. Because so many times, you know, we feel like our moms don't understand us, or our moms don't have enough time. And honestly, I realized, I mean, I was so close to my mother like this. And then when I became a teenager, I kind of drifted apart from my mom. She had her own problems. Her and daddy were fighting. I had boyfriend stuff going on, and I knew I couldn't be honest with my mom, because if I told her, Mom, I had sex with my boyfriend, it wouldn't be good. So I couldn't do that. She had her own issues. And so I just, you know, you kind of grow apart a little bit. And then after I lost my mom, I thought, oh, I've lost my best friend. So yeah, so my advice is to you is learn how to talk to your mama. If you're blessed to have a mama, learn how to love, learn how to forgive, learn how to cut slack. And to mamas, remember when you were 15 and 16, and don't counsel your children we do counsel them based on do this and do this and do this and it'll be right. But the fact of the matter is your children are always going to sin. So you have to find a way to reach them and encourage them, even if they do make mistakes. There's no judgment. We just get up and walk on, because every mama that's ever lived has made mistakes. So that's my word of encouragement is stay open, be relative, don't be judgmental, encourage one another. We've got a job to do, and that the Lord's given all of us to do, and that is to be His light in the world and help other people that are hurting. If everybody else is going through the same kind of things that we go through depression, through comparing yourself with one another, through rejection, and what am I going to do with my life, all those things, then we can encourage one another, not judge each other because you do it different than I think you ought to. But that's our job. That's our safe place. And when you're hurting, if you reach out and help somebody else, it helps you. So, have we spilled enough tea today?
I think.
What do you think? Mine's still kind of full. Should I spill some more? We spill some more tea. We have spilled the tea. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you were blessed. And you'll tune back in next time. And don't forget to like,
share, and subscribe.
That's right. And we love little hearts. So God bless you. And did you like this format? And if you have any comments or any questions, don't forget to put those in, because we love to know what you think and how you feel, and what your input or insight might be about something that we're discussing. And we'll bring it to the table, talk about it, see what the Word of God has to say about it, and go from there.
And let us know if you want Pastor Janice to continue doing this spilling the tea.
Spilling the tea.
Bye.
Bye. God bless you.